Is how am I doing? We're doing pretty decent. We're here. We're right at the hot hour of 10. I think that's decent timing. Pretty, I think that's decent timing. 10 Central. I'm fucking with it. Yo, what's good, Kitty? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Still using the shitty camera. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna enjoy it while it lasts, cause soon I will upgrade. My old school, back to basics for right now, just for the reacts. I do enjoy it. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy being able to. I love the fact that VTubing is a thing, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Um, it's it's like I don't know, reminiscent of being able to be at work or at school, and then you can get off the goddamn camera and still have your yourself represented there. It's fucking awesome. But anyway, he says linkless sent. Bro, you all right, bet? Thank you, sir. I'm glad you got some stuff for us. Shout out to Johnny. How are you doing? What's good, Kitty? What's new? But yeah, I'm gonna sit up in here on camera while we do these reactions at least for some of the game times. That's when I might pop the fuck out. All right. Oh, yeah, I did have some stuff set up for us today. Just the basic news, the regular news. Oh dang, hold on, I got this in the wrong spot. Let me move this over here. Boom. Yeah, I got the regular news. He says I just got GTA. Ooh. Yep. Oh yeah, so you've been playing the GTA Online, right? On PC. Bro, I'm just trying to log in here so I can pull up the chat on my phone. They're trying to make me update the phone just so I can see the chat, but I have to look back. Yes. Oh, Johnny has made some progress in that too. He's shut up. Hey, how do you know he could have got the pre-order for the next one? And plus it's okay right now. It is socially acceptable right now to go back and play GTA, bro. With the advent of with GTA 6 around the corner. I know y'all saw yeah, supposedly there was some, maybe it was Photoshop, but supposedly there was some boxes being shipped at various Game Stops with fucking copies of the GTA 6. You're only a decade late, brother. You still be playing that shit too, Johnny. Stop me if I'm wrong. Stop me if I'm wrong. It's called being a responsible adult. Everybody can't be hip to the trends. But yeah, I was telling bro last time I just mainly I played it on PC. I mean not PC. I played it on console. Played it on console. Started off on Xbox and then moved over to the PlayStation. Um which it was pretty high, bro. It was the shit back in the day. Just come home, kick on the Xbox and just rock out. Rock out with your GTA crew. I gotta say, you never meet people like the Xbox people because the Xbox people just the party don't stop. The Xbox party just don't stop. There's nuts. Um, and when I got the PS, I had ended up getting a PS5 that I'm using right now, and ended up migrating my account. And yeah, that's when I lost contact with a lot of those great people. Oh, the free money ain't been good enough now? Speaking of free money, over the next 6 weeks, you can get 12 million funds. Yeah, I've been seeing some of their advertisements and stuff. Dude, I'm really trying to get interested in the NTE, but I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth the time. I don't think it's worth our attention. But I mean, okay. I already updated it though. I updated though after your persistence. Your persistence paid off, and I updated the game yesterday, so we might go run some today. I ranked 99 on the on the Pobs rich list. Yeah, but what can you do with that? You can't send it to your friends. So do you have the Porsche? So you're telling me you have the Porsche now, right? Let me know something. We got to get to these reacts. We got the reacts aren't going to react to themselves. We got some news. I mean, just you can go ahead and fix your list if you need to, but we got start off with the screw worm, and it's here in Texas, and not I think, and also seen these reports of a lot of food being rejected from various places, including India, due to citing lack of paperwork for proper pesticides being used or the food being grown, and some of it is to prevent things like this that inadvertently get through. But yeah, supposedly there's a screwworm in Texas. We got American college student missing in Japan, right? It's just crazy, right? The God of War Laffy. Now we okay. I need. All right, check it out. Do this for me, Johnny. Do this real quick if you can. We want to talk about the God of War Laffy, right? Situation. I got the gameplay reveal trailer, which we might watch some of it, but I would like to see some of the stuff. We know there's some crazy shit on Reddit. People are saying it's woke garbage. All right, we can take some of those. Let's take some of those perspectives, but maybe a mashup or one of your choosing. I got ill official story trailer. We got okay. Let me move the Iran thing up. This Iran. Oh, I might have to actually take this one out. Yeah, because that was kind of long. Ukraine attack on St. Petersburg in Russia. New bill proposal with the U.S. and the U.S. trying to link Israeli forces, right? Combine resources or whatever. And that's pretty much all I got. We're gonna do the short version. Boom, 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 and then get into the Johnny list, and then we into the games. I covered the screw. You got the screw worm. Oh, which is important because this makes a lot of the food prices
A
go up and things like
flesh-eating
that.
parasite
Oh God, here we go again.
has popped
Okay.
up in Southwest Texas. It's the first time in more than 50 years that the
I'm gonna just
screw worm
leave it
has
like
been
this,
detected in
'cause
the U.S.,
whenever I go
burrowing
full
into the
screen,
flesh of
fucking
cattle, in
looking.
this case a calf. The Department of Agriculture says it's taking immediate action to contain it. And once you hear the details from CBS's Jason Allen, you'll understand the worry, the potential spread to people and pets, and what it could do to the already record-high cost of beef.
Oh damn. So
We
that's
rode into the rugged Texas hill country with Robin Giles, where his
bro.
family
Just when hamburgers was getting, just when McDonald's was getting cheaper with the hamburgers, they might have a perfect excuse to hike up the fucking costs again.
has raised Angora goats since 1885.
They've been bred to be adapted to that environment.
That environment used to include screwworm flies. The flies lay eggs on an open wound or a scratch of any animal, then, as their name suggests, burrow their way inside.
From April to September, by God, anything that was born got worms, including the deer fawns.
That was until scientists
Speaking of
figured out they
fawns.
could breed and release sterile flies and keep screwworms from reproducing. Over 30 years, the USDA dropped millions of sterile flies out of airplanes, forcing the pest south to Panama. But in the last 4 years, the fly started coming back.
How did we wind up back in this position where it's threatening again?
Just has kind of become a perfect storm where those infested animals have continued to move the fly northward.
Dr. T.R. Lansford is with the Texas Animal Health Commission, training staff across the state how to recognize the fly.
When you look at screwworm flies next to other flies, they're almost indistinguishable from one another. And live flies are such a threat, even for research, you can't bring them into the United States.
We only have one facility in our entire hemisphere, and it's only producing 100 million flies per week.
The USDA has committed hundreds of millions of dollars to building new sterile fly breeding facilities, including in Mission, Texas.
Bruh, and then you got to look at there's been all types of these bioterrorism attacks with using methods like these. People trying to get different entities trying to get this type of shit over here to check the food costs. Because if U.S. food costs dwindle, that means they're gonna rely more on. They're going to have to buy it somewhere.
But they won't be online
China could be
until
sending some
next year.
people.
The U.S. banned live cattle
Bonk.
imports from Mexico
What's up?
last
What you
July,
got?
contributing to lower herd numbers and higher beef prices.
It's not just livestock and wildlife owners or managers, it's all animal owners that need to be aware of this.
Texas has a quarantine order that's in place tonight. No animals can move out of what they're calling the infested zone unless they are inspected first. A lot of the surveillance has really been focused very close to the U.S.-Mexico border. Tony, this first case was found a good 35 to 40 miles into the U.S.
Wow.
Here's hoping they don't find a second. Jason, thank you very much.
Yep. Yeah,
Let's bring in our foreign affairs
And then
commentator.
watch, they're gonna manufacture that shit. Bruh, yeah, I see that popping off, gang. Ukraine's attack on St. Petersburg brings the war back to Russia. We just really want the clips, man. And see, we want to see the quick version, so we're not sitting through the whole thing.
Douglas Herbert to talk a bit more about those attacks on St. Petersburg today. Doug, hello. This is actually the second time in a month that Ukrainian forces have struck a big Russian city like this.
Click the list. Click the list. All right, I remember seeing we did cover this one. Hold on, man. Let me cook a second now. Let me cook a second now. Let uncork his magic, all right? Y'all do recall when we covered the first version of this one, or the first attack that hit. Zelensky got on Twitter and was like, he claimed the work. This is the newest hit. But at the same time, I don't know, man. This could be Oscar Zelensky just working his media magic, working his connections to over publicize some of these attacks. It looks like Putin has he changed his tone a little bit in some of his addresses and his stance towards his feelings towards Zelensky, even publicly. Now giving him some respect. Yeah, we still haven't seen Russia's still there though.
You know, Zelensky has called these long-range drone attacks long-range sanctions, directly referring to the economic aspect. These attacks have, by and large, almost exclusively been targeting oil infrastructure, refineries and terminals, other military sites. That is the facilities, the machines, the equipment used to fuel Vladimir Putin's war machine, the war against
Ukraine. We know that.
Ukraine.
We just want to see the exact.
By knocking them out, that presumably makes it harder for Vladimir Putin to fuel his war machine, and primarily with oil and oil exports. A lot of that oil produced in Siberia flows through a vast Russian pipeline network. So you knock out either the pipelines or the refineries that refine the oil at the end. A lot of it goes to Western Russia for domestic consumption. Prices have been rising there. A lot of it goes for export over the Black Sea, Baltic Sea, onward and upward. And we've seen the Shadow Fleet this week. We've talked about that. So
you're watching the National News Desk, America's News Now. I'm Jan Jeffcoat. It is Thursday, June 4th, and breaking this morning, a major diplomatic development in the Middle East. The White House confirms Israel and Lebanon have agreed to renew their ceasefire. The U.S. brokered deal was reached after days of intense talks this week in D.C., and it could be a turning point and significant step toward the bigger goal of ending the conflict with Iran while ensuring the regime never obtains a nuclear weapon. Mark Boyle is tracking the latest at the live desk for us right now. Mark, a lot of new momentum overnight. This deal really further weakens what control Iran has left in the region.
Sure does, and President Trump is hopeful this weekend we could see a bit of a breakthrough, Jan, as the United States and Iran are still working towards a deal. Some of these terms are things the United States has wanted from the start of all of this. It includes Iran's nuclear material, reopening the Strait of Hormuz, as well as...
All right, pause chat. What do y'all think is going to happen with this shit? He says bonk with it too. You got to contribute to the conversation, Johnny. It's not just, hold on now. Let me cook a little bit. We're not going to watch the whole thing. There's a certain vision we're gonna. I just want to speak to these topics a little bit, okay? Because once you send the list through, it's hard for me. Come on now. It's a lot of improv that goes on with that. But my question to you: what do you think is gonna happen with this new deal? That is my question to you. What do you think is gonna happen with that new deal? Given the track record of the last ones and the ceasefire, I think it's gonna fall through personally. Pretty confident that it is, but anyway, next.
Even though 6 out of 10 Americans now hold an unfavorable view of Israel, it looks like
you can make some money on Polymarket. Shit, jump on Polymarket with it. Yes, you failed me too many
House
times.
is moving toward integrating Israel's military with our own, which would be a disaster. And it seems like the point here is to further conceal the amount of.
I have the real news. That's why I say that, because like when you say the real news, I'm like, we'll get okay, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna see your perspectives. But yeah, I know it's a lot of extra shit that gets thrown in there too, homie. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Support and military aid the United
Also, I want
States
to know, what do you
provides.
think about Tim Hortons? I seen an interesting video about Tim Hortons, and I heard it was popular in certain places.
To Israel to carry out their border expansion project. Jake, your 2 cents.
Exactly. So we're going to explain in this video here what the integration means. What does it mean to merge the U.S. and Israeli military? I mean, it sounds so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is as the title suggests. I saw this headline and was like very well, not necessarily shocked, but definitely alarmed. Definitely alarmed, and it commanded my attention. Just had to step back and think, man, maybe this could be some more bullshit just to try to. It could be a ruse. But yeah, because they already have mutual defense contracts and things like that. I was very intrigued to see what's going on with the new Israeli-U.S. military merger that certain people are proposing. People in government are proposing.
Absurd when you say it out loud. And that is what they're planning to do now, our deeply disgusting, corrupt government. But secondly, why is it so dangerous? So we'll talk about that as well. Anna.
Now, this is a provision in what's referred to as a must-pass bill, right? This is the National Defense Authorization Act. It has to be renewed and passed every single year. And buried deep in the House's latest version of the 2027 National Defense Authorization Act is something known as Section 224, which lays out a complete marriage between the US and Israeli militaries. So as reported
now, when they use these blanket terms like complete marriage, that's where some of the details can be obscured, get lost in the sauce. It makes it more difficult for people to understand what exactly in the fuck is happening. Come on now.
Responsible statecraft. Section 224 lays the groundwork for bilateral research and development, co-production of weapons, joint ventures, licensing agreements, and seemingly every manner of US-Israeli military-industrial complex cooperation. In fact, the report goes on to say that this provision would greatly expand coordination to seemingly every area of defense technology, including AI, quantum, autonomous systems, directed energy, cyber, biotech, and many more. It also proposes network integration and data fusion. In other words, the US military's data could soon be the Israeli military's data. And by the way, I mean, honestly, this just seems like a robbery to me. Like, we're already providing tens of billions of dollars for Israel's current slot.
So come on with it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so that's essentially what the deal is. They're gonna go through here and talk more about it, and are very, very appalled. Yeah, we're very interested to know why. And then the timing of this is also notable because we just heard that the Trump was on a heated conversation with Netanyahu saying you're fucking crazy, and all, and all this, which experts are saying that's normal. They always talk like that. They're like two old kindred spirits. They're just friends. They're friends discussing things openly and using that type of colorful language amongst each other because they just have that level of comfort. It's very well. Okay, that's a new world order move. This is like the groundwork. Yeah, this lays the groundworks for your Skynet situations with the whole data fusion. Oh, like our advanced AI computers are gonna hook up and turn into a Voltron of justice to crush our enemies and turn our economies and countries into police states. Yeah, okay. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. All right, this is the young man who got, and we will probably cover more of that.
I'm Bill Malugin, and this
we'll cover more of that and keep you updated with more details. I'm really curious as to what exactly that means and entails. So I will, yeah, we're gonna double back on that one probably on tomorrow with some more, more in-depth information about what's going on with that. All right, new information about this gentleman here.
Good evening, I'm Bill Malugin.
Because Japan, of all the places that you can go to, it's a hot tourist destination. People usually don't come up missing in Japan a lot of the time. The expats that I see anyway, they're showing clips of how great it is and how high trust the society is. They're saying you can leave your purse on the or wallet on the train, and it will travel back and forth with nobody messing with it. So to see that this American college student has went missing in Japan, it does raise some eyebrows and concerns here. Unless he just ran away, maybe he ran away or something.
And this is your Fox News report. The White House still mulling a tentative ceasefire extension with Iran. President Trump reportedly calling for some changes after the House voted to scale back his war powers. Israel and Lebanon ceasefire weakens after the militant group Hezbollah refuses to comply, launching strikes directed at Israeli soldiers in southern Lebanon. The Senate holds a marathon vote-a-rama. Democrats are attempting to pass multiple amendments to a bill that funds ICE and CBP. Those agencies haven't been fully funded since February. Republicans are expected to block those amendments. An American college student is missing in Japan. James Weston Higginbottom disappeared last Friday while on a family vacation. His parents believe he may have been heading for a hiking trail. In the Bahamas, U.S. Coast Guard divers resumed their search for missing Michigan woman Lynette Hooker. She reportedly fell overboard during a boating trip.
What was I about to say? Oh yeah, check it out. This one, they said he was on a hiking trip. I'm betting y'all gotta watch out. Them bears have been getting crazy out there. That's from a lot of there's been a lot of reports of black bear attacks in the cities. So yeah, you need to be extra careful out there. Now he might have just got. I don't think it's likely that a tourist got to him. I mean, not a tourist, a local, local got to him or something like that. Unless it was a local wildlife like that, like a bear. But you never know out here, man. You might, that's crazy on a family trip. All right.
May have been heading for a hiking trail. In the Bahamas, U.S. Coast Guard divers resumed their search for missing Michigan woman Lynette Hooker. She reportedly fell overboard during a boating trip with her husband back in April. Tonight, an official telling Fox News investigators have seized the small dinghy. The woman acquitted in the death of her cop boyfriend is suing both the Massachusetts State Police and the Canton Police Department. Karen Reed's suit claims the departments wrongfully framed her for John O'Keefe's death by manipulating, destroying, and ignoring evidence. And the FBI needs your help in catching the top 10 most wanted fraudsters. The list includes one man accused of stealing more than $1 billion in a healthcare scam. In Washington, I'm Bill Malugin.
What the world? Let's go back to that list, though. Dang. Hey, they got rewards, though. The FBI list. Now they don't got the rewards posted. They ain't got no rewards posted. That's not how you get leads. Failure to repair. Can't even tell them what you stole. Total loss is $34 million. FBI top 10. A lot of these people's internationals. So they could probably, they probably gonna be overseas or something. That's crazy work. All right, well, now to the fun stuff. God of War Laufey.